In June, I read 10 books, which is a lot for grandma because grandma has been in a really bad slump. But let's talk about the books. The first book that I finished in June was Dead Until Dark, which is the story that inspired True Blood. I wanted to read it because I want to rewatch True Blood, and within my research, I found that people like the show better. I finished the book and I immediately said, yes, the show is better. We'll be watching the show, not reading the book. Next, I read What Feeds Below by Tatiana. I am a huge Tatiana fan. I have liked all of her work. I've read all of her work, which is rare for me. And this book really just reminded me of the Descent book, which I've talked about. You should definitely pre-order the book. It comes out in October of this year. Next, I read I Would Kill Your Imaginary Friend for $200. I gave this book 5 stars. It was really original. It was a really great ride. I was enthralled. At the end of it, I needed to go buy the book to put it on my shelf. The 19th Hole. I gave it 5 stars. I am a sucker for a romance. I am a romance girly now. I know, guys. I enjoyed every second of this book. The Exes. I received the arc for this, never got to it, and I finally ended up reading the book, and that was a roller coaster. I love a nice little whodunit. I love a mystery that makes you go, okay, this person did it, and then it makes you think that someone else did it by the next chapter. And so the whole time you're kind of confused on who it is until you get to the end and you're like, I knew it, even though you didn't know it. Accumulation. This one was I wasn't really a big fan of this one. It's about a family that moves into a house and it's kind of haunted, but it's making things repeat in the house. A really great concept, but by 50%, I was so confused. She haunts me still. This is an arc. It is a story of a girl who, a line of her family, a generation of her family, they go to this college and they all graduate with theater degrees and they all end up perishing the same. And she is trying to kind of end that cycle. Very interesting. There is a love triangle. This is very romance heavy. Imaginary Fiends. This was also an arc. As you can see, there's a lot of arcs and there's a lot of Libby holds. This one is kind of like someone is killing the children. Something is killing the children, which is like one of my favorite graphic novels. This is also a graphic novel. And I thought it was really interesting. I'm definitely going to check out the next part. Before I Knew I Loved You. Before the Coffee Gets Cold series is literally one of my favorites. Something about these little Asian stories, they just really stick with me. They really hit a part of my heart that just makes me so sad. This is the 6th installation. Technically, you should start from the first one because there is a flow to this. There's a bigger story happening with all of these smaller stories. Last but not least, the Johnson 4, which completely destroyed me, can I just say. That was the best book I read all year. It was all the things, all the good things you can think of was that book. It's amazing. It's the characters, you become attached to them, and when the things happen to them throughout the story, you're just like, heartbroken. So those are all the books that I read in June. That's 10 books. I don't know. I think I'm trying to shoot for the same thing next month. We'll see. Bye.